What if the moon isn't a natural satellite at all, but a colossal machine, carefully constructed and placed in Earth's orbit by forces unknown? For centuries, humanity has looked up at the glowing sphere above and assumed it was a lifeless rock. Yet scattered across history, science, and myth are fragments of evidence suggesting something far stranger, that the moon may be hollow, engineered, and deliberately designed. From NASA's seismic experiments that made the moon ring like a bell, to ancient traditions that speak of a time before the moon appeared, the clues are unsettling. And if even a fraction of these claims are true, it would rewrite everything we know about human history, the cosmos, and perhaps our purpose. Stay with me until the end, because the final revelation will make you question whether the moon is the greatest artifact in our solar system. Revelation 1. The perfect coincidence that shouldn't exist. When you look at the moon, it feels almost natural, as if it belongs there. Yet scientists have long admitted that its placement and proportions defy cosmic odds. The moon is about 1/4 the size of Earth, an unusually large ratio for any planet-moon system. But the real puzzle lies in the fact that the moon is exactly 400 times smaller than the sun and also 400 times closer to us. This coincidence allows the moon to perfectly cover the sun during solar eclipses, something no other known planet-moon system achieves with such precision. Astronomers often describe this as a cosmic fluke. But is it just luck or design? Ancient civilizations believed eclipses were divine messages. Modern science sees them as accidents of geometry. But could the perfection itself be a clue that the moon was engineered to fit a role? A watchtower in the sky? Revelation 2. When the moon rang like a bell. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, NASA's Apollo missions conducted seismic experiments by deliberately crashing spent lunar modules into the moon's surface. What they discovered stunned scientists. The moon vibrated for hours, almost like a hollow bell being struck. Apollo 12's impact in 1969 caused vibrations that lasted nearly an hour. Later, Apollo 13's booster impact made the moon reverberate for over 3 hours. Dr. Gordon MacDonald, a NASA scientist, remarked that the data suggested the moon might have a hollow-like structure. A natural satellite should absorb impacts, not resonate like a giant gong. So why does our moon behave like an enormous hollow shell? Some researchers speculate it could mean the moon is not solid rock at all, but a constructed body with a metallic interior framework. And if that's true, the next question is chilling. Who built it? And why? Revelation 3. Myths of a time before the moon. Across ancient cultures, strange myths describe a world before the moon existed. The people of Arcadia in Greece claimed their ancestors lived before there was a moon in the sky. Similar stories appear in South American traditions and in African Zulu mythology. If these were just poetic metaphors, they might be dismissed. But the recurring theme across continents is suspicious. Multiple cultures remembering a time when the sky was darker, missing its glowing companion. Geologists also struggle to explain the moon's origin. The leading theory, the giant impact hypothesis, suggests Earth was struck by a Mars-sized planet billions of years ago, creating a debris cloud that eventually formed the moon. Yet this theory has problems. The moon's composition is nearly identical to Earth's crust, as if the two were too perfectly matched. If ancient peoples were right and the moon appeared suddenly, was it placed there intentionally, altering Earth's balance forever? Revelation 4. Craters that make no sense. On Earth, meteor impacts create deep craters, sometimes miles below the surface. But on the moon, craters appear shallow, no matter the size of the impact. Some are hundreds of miles wide, yet only a few miles deep, as if something beneath the surface prevents penetration. Scientists have speculated about a super-dense inner shell. Others wonder if there is a metallic barrier, like a protective plating beneath the lunar surface. In the 1970s, Russian scientists Michael Vassin and Alexander Shcherbakov proposed the radical idea that the moon could be a spaceship with an outer rocky layer shielding a vast hollow interior. If that's true, then the craters we see are not scars of chance, but the dents of a machine enduring billions of years of impacts. The moon, far from fragile, could be the most durable construct ever placed in space. Revelation 5, Strange Lights and Unexplained Activity. For centuries, astronomers have reported mysterious flashes, glows, and moving lights on the lunar surface. These transient lunar phenomena, TLPs, were documented by credible observers, including Apollo astronauts. In 1968, before Apollo 11's landing, NASA compiled reports of strange lunar activity, glowing mists, red flashes, and even objects casting moving shadows across the surface. While some can be explained by gas releases or meteor impacts, others remain unsolved. If the moon is an artificial construct, could these lights be evidence of internal systems still active? Are we witnessing maintenance, energy discharges, or signals from within? And if so, the moon may not be a silent rock at all, but a sleeping machine, waiting for its purpose. Revelation 6. Why the moon controls life on Earth. Whether natural or artificial, the moon is Earth's invisible master. It stabilizes our planet's tilt, controls ocean tides, and influences animal migration, reproduction, and even human behavior. Without it, Earth would wobble chaotically, making stable climates and life as we know it impossible. This has led some theorists to argue that the moon isn't just a coincidence of nature, it's a terraforming tool. Placed with mathematical precision, it could have been designed to make Earth habitable. Consider this: no moon, no life. Which leads to an unsettling possibility. Are we living under a system designed by intelligence far older and more advanced than humanity? If so, then the moon is not just an object in space. It is the key to our very existence. Revelation 7, the final question: who put it there? If the moon is truly an artificial construct, then the ultimate mystery is its origin. Was it built by an ancient civilization lost to time? By extraterrestrial engineers? Or perhaps by forces beyond our comprehension? Some fringe researchers point to the extraordinary mathematics encoded in the moon's dimensions. Its orbit, size, and distance from Earth all align with sacred geometry found in ancient monuments, as if the moon itself was the original blueprint for human architecture. Others argue it could be a relic, left behind by an alien species as a base, an observatory, or even a warning. And yet, modern science still struggles with unanswered questions. Why does the moon exist in such a unique way? Why does it seem tailor-made for Earth? The truth may remain hidden. But one thing is certain: if the moon is artificial, then humanity has been living under the watchful eye of the greatest artifact in the solar system. For centuries, we've believed the moon was nothing more than rock and dust. But the deeper we look, the stranger it becomes. Ringing like a bell, carved by impossible craters, wrapped in ancient myths, and perhaps even placed with purpose. If the moon is truly an artifact, then our entire history is under its silent gaze. So tell me, do you think the moon is natural or the greatest machine in the solar system? Oddiverse, where the unexplained meets the undeniable.